The air is shifting. Can you feel it? A storm that does not appear in the sky is already roaring in the unseen. Heaven has opened a scroll, and your name has been inscribed inside it. You, the one listening right now, have been summoned into a moment that few will ever recognize. Frequencies are colliding, portals are opening, and destiny is aligning with divine timing. What feels ordinary around you is not ordinary at all. It is a coded signal. I declare to you now, you are the one heaven marked. You are the chosen one. This is not just a video. It is a prophetic altar. When you subscribe, you are not simply pressing a button. You are sealing yourself into covenant alignment with what heaven is releasing right now. When you comment, you are not leaving words. You are engraving your name into the scroll of this prophecy, marking your agreement in the unseen realm. If you feel the stirring, do not delay. Join the chosen remnant. Step into this frequency. Declare your presence. Seal this word with action, and watch how heaven responds to your obedience. You have always felt it, that strange sense of being set apart. While others laugh together in shallow waters, you often find yourself staring into deeper currents, sensing something beyond what they can touch. You have been misunderstood, mislabeled, even rejected, and yet, none of it was an accident. It was confirmation. The chosen never blend in, because you carry frequencies others cannot decode. You speak a language of the Spirit that the natural mind cannot comprehend. It is as if an invisible mark has been burned upon you. The world may not see it with their eyes, but in the Spirit, it glows like fire. Demons recognize it and tremble. Angels recognize it and surround you. People sense it, though they cannot explain why they treat you differently. Some are drawn to you. Others are offended by you without cause. This is the mystery of being sealed. You carry an inner fire that refuses to be extinguished. Even when you tried to conform, something inside resisted. Even when you desired to hide, the light within leaked through the cracks. This difference you carry is not a curse. It is a crown. It is heaven's fingerprint pressed into your soul. Do not despise your separation. Do not mourn the misunderstanding. The isolation you feel is proof that God Himself has chosen you. You are not ordinary. You are not common. You are not forgotten. You are marked, and that mark is eternal. Have you noticed the strange shifts moving through your life? Dreams that feel more like messages than imagination. Visions that linger in your spirit long after you awaken. You may find yourself jolting, awake at unusual hours, your heart racing as though heaven itself has whispered into your ear. These are not accidents. These are codes of activation. Your body has felt it too, the sudden heaviness pressing upon your chest, the unexpected chills moving across your skin, the restless fire burning in your bones. What others dismiss as fatigue or mood, you recognize as sacred signals. Your vessel is being rewired to carry frequencies that cannot be measured by natural means. And then the emotional shifts, pulling you away from people you once thought you needed, places that no longer feel like home, conversations that suddenly feel hollow. You sense yourself drifting, not out of pride, but out of necessity. The Spirit is cutting cords that no longer serve your destiny. What feels like disconnection is divine redirection. Hear this clearly. These strange happenings are not random. They are the markings of transformation. They are the fingerprints of God adjusting your atmosphere, preparing you for what is next. You are walking through the invisible signs of awakening, and every symptom is proof that the old you is fading, and the chosen you is rising. Do you wonder why all of this is unfolding now? Why the stirring has intensified? Why the signs have multiplied? Why the weight of destiny suddenly feels heavier on your shoulders? It is because you have stepped into a divine intersection, a moment ordained before the foundations of the earth. God has a clock not built by man, a calendar that no human hand can alter. And that clock has struck your appointed hour. Portals are opening in the unseen. Frequencies are aligning in ways that generations before you could not access. Cosmic cycles have converged, and the heavens are testifying that the time of breakthrough has arrived. This is why the shaking feels stronger, why the battles feel heavier, why the atmosphere around you feels charged with urgency. Your breakthrough is not late, and it is not random. It is perfectly synchronized with divine timing. But here is the mystery. Breakthrough is always waiting on alignment. Not just divine alignment, but your obedience to the call. When you surrender to the pull of destiny, when you step out of the comfort of the familiar, you unlock what has been waiting for you all along. This is happening now because heaven and earth have conspired to bring you into destiny. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on schedule. The appointed time is here, and you have been chosen to walk through it. The path of the chosen is never paved with comfort. It is carved through fire, storm, and shadow. You have known loneliness, the kind that presses against your chest in silence. You have felt rejection, being overlooked when you should have been celebrated. You have endured betrayal, the sting of those you trusted turning their backs when you needed them most. But hear this, none of it was wasted. Every trial was an initiation rite. Every loss was a breaking of chains. When people walked away, it was not abandonment, it was pruning. When doors slammed shut, it was not failure, it was redirection. When your heart broke, heaven was cracking the shell of your old self to reveal the gold inside. What the enemy meant to use for destruction, God is using as the furnace of refinement. The fire you have walked through was never meant to consume you. The fire was meant to burn away what could not follow you into destiny. I declare to you now, the flames are not your enemy. They are your ally. For gold is never pure until it has passed through fire. You are stronger than you know because of what you have survived. You are wiser than you realize because of what you have endured. Every tear has been counted, every pain has been recorded, and every trial has been sanctified. The chosen one is tested not to be broken, but to be revealed. Chosen one, your journey is not random. Every moment of pain, every season of silence, every breakthrough of light has been preparing you for this, passing through the 4 portals of awakening. These are not physical doors you walk through. They are spiritual thresholds, invisible yet undeniable. Each portal strips you, reshapes you, and redefines you until you emerge as the vessel heaven always intended. Few ever endure all 4, but those who do are never the same. Let me unveil them to you now. This is where everything begins, with flames that seem too hot to bear. The fire gate is the season of trials, when life feels like it is collapsing around you. Relationships dissolve, resources dry up, the ground under your feet trembles. You ask, why me? Why now? But the truth is, the fire gate is not punishment. It is purification. Illusions burn away here. Every false identity you clung to begins to disintegrate. The applause of people, the comfort of routine, the pride of self-reliance, all of it catches fire. What survives the blaze is only what is true. The inner symptoms of the fire gate are unmistakable. You feel stripped, vulnerable, almost naked in the spirit. You may even feel anger toward God for allowing the flames. But beneath the heat, your soul is being refined. The fire gate teaches you that what can be shaken will be shaken, but what is eternal will stand. Once the fire has passed, you are not led into noise. You are led into silence. The silent river is the season of divine isolation, when heaven withdraws familiar voices so that you can learn the sound of God alone. Here, the current is slow, the waters deep, and the silence deafening. You will notice people distancing themselves from you without explanation. Phone calls stop. Invitations cease. Crowds no longer feel like home. At first, you think something is wrong with you. But this is the secret of the silent river. The Spirit has hidden you. The inner symptoms here are loneliness, questioning, and a craving for deeper meaning. You may even feel invisible, as if the world has forgotten you. But what is really happening is preparation. The silent river strips you of external validation so that you learn to rest in divine presence. It is here that visions sharpen, dreams intensify, and the whisper of God becomes clearer than ever before. After silence comes breaking. The breaking shell is the portal of shattering, the moment when everything you thought you were can no longer contain who you are becoming. Just as a chick must crack its shell to live, your old self must fracture to release the true you. This portal feels violent. Your ego resists. Your plans crumble. Your sense of control evaporates. You may feel broken, undone, even lost. But the breaking is not destruction. It is birth. The inner symptoms of the breaking shell are intense. You may wrestle with identity, unsure who you are anymore. You may feel restless, unable to stay in the spaces that once fit you. Old passions die, while new desires you cannot yet explain begin to stir. You are being dismantled, but only so you can be rebuilt. This portal is where surrender becomes non-negotiable. You cannot cling to the old self and step into the new. The breaking shell demands release. And when you finally let go, the true self, the chosen one sealed from eternity, emerges. And then it comes, the radiant dawn. After fire, silence, and breaking, light finally breaks through the horizon. This is the season of revelation, breakthrough, and new authority. You step out of shadows, carrying a glow that cannot be explained, because it was forged in fire, tested in silence, and birthed through breaking. In the radiant dawn, doors open. Without your effort, people begin to notice a presence about you, though they cannot name it. Your words carry weight. Your steps are ordered with clarity. The heaviness of yesterday gives way to the lightness of destiny. The inner symptoms of the radiant dawn are peace, boldness, and unshakable faith. You no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you. You no longer fear rejection. Your acceptance is already secured in heaven. You no longer cling to survival. You are walking in assignment. Chosen one, each portal was necessary. Without the fire, you would never have been purified. Without the silence, you would never have learned God's whisper. Without the breaking, you would never have been reborn. Without the dawn, you would never have carried the light. And here is the truth. Once you pass through these portals, you can never return. You are not who you were. You are not who others thought you were. You are awakened, transformed, chosen, You are standing on the other side of the four portals of awakening, and your life will never be the same again. Chosen one, what you are experiencing now goes beyond human explanation. Your spirit is being rewired. In the silence of the night, when your body rests but your soul stirs, divine downloads are entering you. Information not written in books, not taught by men, but whispered by heaven itself, is being poured into your spirit. You may wake from dreams that make no sense, visions filled with strange symbols, numbers, or lights. These are not random. They are codes. Your body feels it too. At times you sense surges of energy, waves of heat or chills, vibrations moving through you as if electricity is passing across your skin. At other times you feel drained, heavy, as though your very cells are adjusting. This is the frequency of heaven, colliding with the vessel of earth. You are receiving light frequencies, heavenly signals designed to shift you from the ordinary into the extraordinary. Do not fear what you cannot understand. I declare to you, your mind may not yet be able to translate what your spirit is receiving, but your soul is storing it like treasure. At the appointed time, when the door of destiny swings open, what has been hidden will suddenly rise within you as wisdom, as authority, as clarity. You are not malfunctioning. You are being upgraded. Every code, every frequency, every surge is heaven preparing you for the life that has already been written. There comes a moment, chosen one, when the old self cannot survive the weight of your calling. It is as if you are standing before a great mirror, and suddenly, crack, the reflection fractures. The image you once clung to splinters into shards, falling around your feet. You reach for it, desperate to piece it back together. But the host spirit whispers, "Leave it. That version of you no longer exists." The shattering is painful because it feels like loss. You mourn the identity you carried for years, the roles, the masks, the labels people placed upon you. You mourn the comfort of who you once thought you were. Yet heaven declares, you are not who you were. You cannot go back because I have erased that version of you. Layer after layer falls away. Old habits, old relationships, old mindsets crumble, leaving you exposed, vulnerable, raw. You may feel as though you are nothing, but hear this revelation. In the breaking, you are becoming. The false self is dying so that the eternal self can rise. The pain of release is real, but it is sacred. For every piece of the old you that falls, a new strength is revealed. Every crack becomes an opening for light. You are not empty. You are being reborn. Do not fear the shattering chosen one. It is proof that you have stepped into transformation. Chosen one, look around you. The winds are howling, the storms are raging, the ground beneath you shakes. It feels as though everything familiar is being torn apart. But here is the secret. Even in the shaking, you are divinely protected. The tempest may roar, but it cannot touch the core of who you are. I see angels surrounding you like a shield, their wings stretched wide, their swords drawn. The storm beats against you, but it breaks upon the covering heaven has placed over you. Yes, the thunder is loud, the rain is relentless, but you remain unbroken because you are not standing in your own strength. You are hidden in divine refuge. The storm is not your destruction. The storm is your revelation. It exposes the false, supports and reveals the true covering. While others crumble under the weight of chaos, you remain because your foundation is eternal. Do not fear the shaking. Do not curse the storm, for every wave that crashes only testifies that you are chosen, shielded, sealed. The storm reveals your covering, and your covering is unshakable. Chosen one, hear this with the weight of heaven behind it. Your hands will carry healing. Your words will pierce atmospheres. Your very presence will shift the energy of a room. You are not stepping into ordinary power. You are stepping into divine mantle. The season of breaking has prepared you for building. The season of silence has sharpened your voice. The wounds you endured are now oil flowing from your life. Every scar is now a seal of authority. You are rising, not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be. This is your mantle. When you speak, atmospheres will align. When you move, doors will open. When you touch, healing will flow. You are no longer just surviving. You are becoming a vessel of power, chosen to disrupt darkness. And this breakthrough is not just for you. Heaven never blesses a chosen one in isolation. What falls on you will ripple through generations. Your family line will shift. Curses will snap. Patterns will break. Your obedience will be the doorway for those who come after you. Chosen one, rise. Step boldly. The mantle is here. The prophecy is alive. And you are the living evidence. Chosen one, understand this. The moment your light begins to shine, the world around you will shift in response. Some will be drawn to you with reverence, sensing something sacred that words cannot explain. They will recognize the fragrance of heaven upon you, and even without fully understanding, they will honor what you carry. But others will feel unsettled. Your rising will confront their comfort. Your transformation will mirror back the chains they are unwilling to break. And so, resistance will come. Not because you are wrong, but because your very presence exposes what they have tried to hide. Do not be surprised when envy stirs. Do not be shaken when whispers rise. The mark of the chosen is not only a crown of glory, but also a target for misunderstanding. Yet even this is confirmation. You are walking in alignment with the divine. Some will resist, some will resent, and some will rise with you, inspired by your fire. Heaven will reveal who belongs in your circle. Trust the separation, for it is part of the calling. Your difference will never be accepted by all, but it will be undeniable to those who have eyes to see. Chosen one, lift your eyes beyond the struggle of today, for there is a vision waiting for you just past the breaking. The path you walk is not random. It is a corridor leading into prepared rooms, divine assignments, and hidden missions that only you can fulfill. You will walk through doors you once thought were locked forever. Conversations, opportunities, and alignments will appear as if from nowhere. But know this, they were already written before time began. Heaven has gone ahead of you, preparing spaces where your voice will carry authority, and your presence will shift atmospheres. Do not limit yourself to what you see now. What feels like delay is really positioning. What feels like obscurity is the covering of incubation. You are being readied for realms you could not have handled before. And soon, you will step into missions that your spirit has long carried in secret. Assignments that will not only transform you, but ripple into families, communities, and generations. Your obedience today is unlocking a vision far greater than your imagination can conceive. The future is not distant. It is unfolding now. Heaven has already prepared the room. All you must do is walk in. Hear this final decree. Chosen one, by the authority of heaven itself, your breakthrough is sealed. No force of darkness can delay it, no opposition can erase it, no curse can overturn what has been written. The scroll has been signed in eternal ink, and the seal upon it is unbroken. You have walked through fire, and you did not burn. You have endured storms, and you did not drown. Every trial was not in vain. It was the hammer shaping you, the chisel refining you, the fire birthing the gold within you. And now the heavens declare, the appointed hour has come. The chains that once held you are shattered. The doors that once resisted you now swing wide. The assignments hidden in your spirit are being activated. Angels are on assignment, moving ahead of you, preparing the path, guarding the promise. Look and see. The handwriting of God rests upon your life. Your story is not written in ink. It is carved into eternity. The seal cannot be tampered with, for it carries the weight of divine authority. You are stepping into the season where what was spoken in secret will manifest in the open. No whisper of darkness can silence what heaven has thundered. The scroll is complete. The seal is secured. The breakthrough is irreversible. Walk forward, chosen one, not as one hoping, but as one appointed. Heaven has already decreed it. Your destiny is sealed. Chosen one, do not let this word pass you by as if it were ordinary. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. Every prophecy must be sealed with action. Every declaration anchored with response. Seal this prophecy now. Subscribe as a prophetic act of agreement. Comment and write these words with your own hand. I am chosen, and my breakthrough is near. Your written word becomes a witness in the Spirit, a scroll added to heaven's record. When you like this message, you are amplifying its frequency, sending it through unseen realms where others in hiding will hear the call. When you share, you become a messenger yourself, carrying the sound of awakening into homes, nations, and souls waiting for confirmation. This is not just engagement. It is participation in a movement. Every action echoes in eternity. Heaven watches how you respond, because heaven always responds to faith. So, rise in faith. Declare it boldly. Align with the flow of divine order. Your simple act here becomes a key that unlocks greater doors. Heaven waits for your response.